and hi, my name is Nur Idina binti Osman. My matrix number is 293854. So today I would like to talk briefly about animal skin in our clothes. Firstly, the use of animal skin is permissible in Islam, but the ruling depends on certain conditions and the type of animal. If the skin comes from an animal whose meat is permissible to eat and it was slaughtered properly according to Islamic teaching, then the skin is considered as poor and permissible to use, regardless of whether it has been tanned or not. If the skin comes from an animal whose meat is permissible to eat, but it was not slaughtered properly or died naturally, then the skin is initially impure. However, it can be purified through tanning, which involves treating the skin with detergent or chemicals to remove impurities. Once properly tanned, the skin becomes pure and can be used. Modern tanning method effectively cleans the skin, removing impurities, moisture, and blood. Therefore, most animal skin used in products today have undergone tanning and considered poor for use. In summary, animal skin from animals slaughtered properly or those that have been tanned are considered poor and permissible to use in Islam. The ruling on the use of animal skin in Islam depends on the type of animal from which the skin comes. The skin of animals whose meat is permissible to eat are poor regardless of whether they are slaughtered in the proper manner or not. The skin of carnivores are impure regardless of whether they were slaughtered, died of natural causes, or were killed. The skin of non-carnivorous animals whose meat is not permissible to eat are impure unless they are tanned. The skin of dogs and pigs are impure even if they are tanned. The process of tanning removes the moisture and blood from the skin, which are the main sources of impurity. The ruling on the use of animal skin in Islam is based on the hadith of the Prophet Muhammad SAW. The scholars of Islam have a different opinion on the ruling on the use of animal skin. So my friend will explain further about this topic. So I pass to the next presenter.
My name is Nura Akila binti Abdul Ghani and my matric number is 294305. Regarding the importance of clothes, social class, status, confidence, and attractiveness are significant roles of clothes for teenagers. Clothes define a person's identity and can indicate their social group or class. The main purpose of clothes is protection from weather and providing warmth and cover. Clothes can make a person desirable or disliked and help them stand out or blend in. Early humans used animal skins for warmth and protection. Animal hides were treated and sewn together with bone needles and nerves. Ancients used grasses, reeds, leaves, stems, and animal hair to cover their bodies. Flax and wool were the first fibers to be used for clothing. Islamic perspective on pigskin and impure animal products. Islamic dietary laws consider pig consumption or use of pigskin as forbidden, which is haram. There is some disagreement among Islamic scholars regarding the use of pigskin in issues. The prohibition on using pigskin extends to other types of leather obtained from impure animals. The consumption or use of pork and its byproducts is strictly forbidden in Islam. Consequences of consuming pig products in Islam: pig consumption can lead to diseases and is considered harmful to a person's inner soul and values. Pigs are considered dirty animals even if bred in clean conditions. The prohibition on pork is not unique to Islam but is also observed in other religions. Holistic approach in Islam. Islam is a way of living that aims to address physical, spiritual, and emotional well-being. Muslims strive to please God by worshipping Him and obeying His laws. To protect individuals from harm, eating pork or pork products is forbidden in Islam.
My name is Nurul Najah binti Muhammad Nazir. My matric number 298987. Now I want to explain about the overview of the issue. Division of animal skin. The first one is the skin of animal that are halal to eat. The first one is halal animal eaten such as camel, cow, buffalo and so on are taken alive are carcasses. Number 2, the hide of animal that are halal to eat such as camel, cow and buffalo that do not die by slaughter according to Islamic law are carcasses, but this later can be cleaned and where it is stained. The number 3, the hide of animal that is halal is eaten and taken after death because it has been slaughtered according to the law of Sharia. It is holy and can be used without having to be tanned. Number 2, the skin from animal that are forbidden to eat, such as the hide of an animal that are forbidden to eat, such as crocodile, lion, monkey, carcasses, whether taken alive or after death, whether slaughtered according to Islamic law or not. Number 2, however, the hide of animals that are not halal to eat can be washed and used after sama for the sama, except the hide of pigs, dog and their offspring. The last one is skin of animal in the mughalazah impure category. Skin from animal classified najis mughalazah such as pigs, dog and their offspring is impure even if tanned and cannot be used. In addition, halal meat must be slaughtered in the correct way as prescribed by Islamic law. But does this method also apply to other products that cannot be used? The answer is no, absolutely not possible. Leather that come from animals that are halal and slaughtered in the right way does not need to be tanned to be considered holy by all Muslims. After the process is complete, the skin from cow, camel, goat or sheep can be worn or used for another purpose even if it halal or not. However, this does not apply to all animals such as dog and pig, which are clearly unlawful and cannot be tanned to make them lawful. In conclusion, most of the scholars say that pork and pigs are considered impure and the tanning process of the animal cannot legalize their use. Later, some religious scholarly interpretation found that the process of tanning animal skin such as pig was acceptable, but the majority of scholarly did not accept it. If a disagreement arises, all Muslims will avoid products that are declared non-halal simply to ensure the safety. Therefore, this means that the majority of Muslim consumers will absolutely choose when buying a product to avoid leather made from pig skin and other products derived from pig's part, such as hair, bone, and fat.
My name is Nofarahim Amalin binti Muhammad Afendi. My matric number 293589. I'm going to present legal discussion about this topic. For the use of animal skin in this clothing, animal can be categorized into, namely, animal that are halal to eat and animal that are not halal to eat. Halal animal are eaten to be used as clothing, where all the parts of the halal animal are eaten, such as camel, cow, chicken, and so on. If the parts are separated from the body, either when the animal is still alive or die, not because it is slaughtered, but it is the carcass, but only the fur of the animal. The skin of the animal is also impure. However, if it is stained, the skin becomes pure and can be used, while the skin of an animal that is halal to eat, if separated from the animal body after slaughter, is pure and can be used without having to tan again. This is because it is pure after its death due to slaughter. Whereas animals that are not halal to eat, all parts of animals that are not halal to eat, such as lion, cat, monkey, and so on, if the animal parts are separated from its body, either when the animal is alive or die, it is carcass. The include the skin of the animal. However, according to Islamic law, skin like this will become holy if they are tanned and can be used as pet dog and pig skin. In other legations, the use of animal skin to be used as clothing, as mentioned in the previous explanation. The skin need to be tanned. This is to remove all the mucus and mucosa attached to the skin, which if left will damage the skin. In addition, there is a difference of opinion between jurists on the issue of the use of animal skin. The jurists are divided into view, the first group and the second group. Among the jurists who require its use is the Shafi'i faith. The Shafi'i faith state that the skin of animals that are halal to eat will become pure through the tanning process. Similarly, the skin of animal whose meat is forbidden to be eaten, such as al-siba animal, which are animals that attack humans, such as lion, tiger, wolf, and so on, will be pure after the skin is tanned. However, Imam Shafi'i disagree with the use of the skin of animals that are haram, such as dog and pig, because both are categorized as najis aini and it is haram to use them. The tanning process will not change the original nature and substance of these two animals. Meanwhile, the second group think that the forbidden use animal skin is the Hanbali school. The Hanbali school said that even if the skin of an animal has been tanned, it is still impure. In addition, Abu Qasim instead that every skin that is tanned or not tanned is still considered impure. The word of Allah Subhanahu wa Taala in the Surah Al-Ma'idah, based on the two arguments above, it is clear that the skin of carcass which was originally condemned as impure can become holy and can be used if is tanned.
My name is Husna Sofia Humaira binti Husaidi. My matrix number is 29366 and 6. Items made from the skin or bones of animals that are halal for consumption but not slaughtered or tanned according to Islamic Sharia are impure. Similarly, items made from the animal bones or skins, fur and anything from animals that are forbidden to eat must be tanned. The tools used to tan animal skins are alum, vegan droppings, camphor or other sharp substances that can remove the smell and also remove the meat attached to the animal's skin. However, skin, bones, fur and so on from animals that belong to muholazo impure, they are impure, cannot be tanned and are forbidden to be used like dogs and pigs. Imam Nawawi said in Al-Minhaj, and the part that is separate from a living animal is the same as a carcass except that the hair of the animal is allowed to be eaten. So the law is clean. Ijtihad of Imam Shafi'i who equates the impurity of pigs with the impurity of dog with his Qiyas Aula method. According to him, the logic is that if a dog whose prohibition is not clearly mentioned in the Quran must be cleansed of its impurity by tanning wash 7 times, with the first wash using salt based on the hadith of Abu Hurairah's narration recorded authentically by Muslim in his book Al-Jami' Al-Sahih or Authentic Muslim. Then the pig which has been clearly forbidden in the Quran is more important to purify its impurity in that way. All impurities cannot be purified except alcohol and the skin of animal carcasses.